Minecraft's recent chat reporting feature in the 1.19.1 update has been mass criticized by the community for being anti-free speech, going against the original purpose of the game, and just in general being a bad decision. Now, I'm here to tell you that if you hold that opinion, you are either grossly misinformed by memes, or even worse, a conservative. And for those of you whose first instinct is to call me a shill, I'll have you know that the only two people I shill for are Jesus and Karl Marx, and as far as I'm aware, neither of them work at Microsoft or Mojang, so please don't comment that. Also, it's worth noting that I'm exclusively talking about Java Edition here, because it's the only version I play, and also the one where most of the controversy is taking place. First, let me establish evidence that the caricature I am about to slander is not a straw man. And for those of you who aren't incredibly pretentious, what I mean is let me prove I'm not making this up. To do that, I need to admit something. I'm a Redditor. I know, it's bad, but a necessary evil for this video. When going on our Minecraft memes, because our Minecraft mods will literally ban you for breathing wrong, it took me approximately 10 seconds to find the following post on Hot. Now sure, our Minecraft memes isn't exactly a hub for comedy gold, and don't get me wrong, this meme is particularly fucking unfunny, but its existence and upvote count show that there are a significant amount of people who hold this 1.19.1 bad mentality, which, as I already said, can only come from being misinformed. For the first part of my argument, I won't be sharing any opinions, just stating facts about the chat report system. According to Mojang, the creation of the chat reporting feature was because without moderation, online communities have and will continue to grow into toxic places. This is absolutely true. For proof, just take a look at the 4chan of Minecraft servers 2b2t, which, by the way, will go unaffected by the update due to the server being hosted on an older version of Minecraft. When a player is reported, they're not automatically flagged by bots and banned. It's not a guilty until proven innocent system, rather the opposite. When a player is reported, the report is sent to human moderators, and these aren't some power-hungry Discord mods. These are professionals whose entire job is to understand the nuanced situations that are reports. Also, ban appeals exist. It's not the end of the world if you get false banned, which is unlikely to happen in the first place, because these appeals exist. And another interesting point, players aren't banned for swearing. But when I first heard about the chat reporting system, that was instantly what I was worried about. Because I mean, come on, we've all had a heated gamer moment after a bad round of Bed Wars. The things Mojang aims to ban people for are completely reasonable. To quote Mojang directly, "No, we will not ban players just for swearing or profanity. The type of behavior that will get someone suspended or banned is hate speech, bullying, harassment, sexual solicitation, or making true threats to others. Hate speech is talk that is intended to insult, intimidate, or threaten an individual or group based on a trait or attribute of their identity, such as sexual orientation, religion, color, gender, or disability. These behaviors do not belong in Minecraft and will have the consequence of a temporary suspension or permanent ban, depending on the severity and frequency." Well, there we have it, a list of bannable offenses. Which one of those are you so upset about exactly? You can't harass others? You can't be sexist, racist, homophobic, or all of the above? The only possible reason I can imagine for you still disliking the chat reporting system after hearing those arguments, provided you're a decent human being, is that it fundamentally violates your belief in free speech. This is where my points get based on simple logic, rather than evidence. Unless you count Maroon 5 Memories impersonation parody cover and 10 plus voices as a source. I do. As a fellow believer in free speech, I have to ask, why are you so adamant on dying on this hill? Two main reasons for this. 1. Minecraft is not the last bastion of free speech desperately defending itself against the woke horde. And 2, is being able to say slurs in the block game really worth the damage it does to children? Let's talk about the first point first. There are more important forms of censorship to be upset about than Minecraft. Of course, one thing being worse than another doesn't eliminate the problem of the lesser issue, but in this case, that lesser issue barely even counts as one. Adding reasonable censorship to Minecraft does not aim to prevent people from being able to freely express themselves. It prevents toxic behavior that could only have a negative effect on someone. Speaking of that negative effect, that brings us to the second point. Minecraft is primarily a children's game. There are no statistics on the demographics of Minecraft players that I could find, and the amount of children who lie about their age on the internet is substantial. So rather than use empirical data to prove this, I ask, beg of you, to call upon your personal experience and think about how many Minecraft players you've met were and were not children. Hopefully, that gives you the idea that a lot of children play Minecraft. Even if they aren't the majority, I would still bet more, more than $1 million that they are. There is an undeniably large portion of children on this game who would hugely benefit from not having the option to be exposed to this stuff. If the cost of that is not being able to spam racial slurs anymore, I think I might just be able to make that sacrifice. I hope to have convinced you to stop hating on the chat report feature with these points. I feel a video like this is necessary, since anyone I've seen talking in favor of the chat report system has been destroyed by the community. Case in point, the Hisuma Void incident of 2 months ago. And honestly, I was in the same 1.19.1 bad mindset for a while, until I stopped to think about it for a second, and realized it was pretty much just because of mob mentality. At the end of the day, this image is really funny because it's captioned funny Hisuma Void pictures on iFunny Brazil, and as long as you can understand that, then you're fine in my book. This is the outro that I'm recording in case I want to include it in the video. I'm in my closet at 2 a.m., so I hope you enjoyed the video. I feel inclined to remind you to subscribe. This is the first video I've ever made. Oh, okay, I've made videos before, but this is the first, full-length commentary-style video that I've ever made. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I'm not too unfunny, and yeah, please, like, subscribe, all that stuff.